Welcome to Modern Survivability. Think fast, think accurate.
Welcome back to Modern Survivability. Think fast, think accurate. On this episode, we're going to be talking about the vehicle kit. Stay tuned. Well, now we've opened up this back compartment here in the Jeep, and here are the tools that I carry in the Jeep. And this is most of them. There's a couple more that we'll discuss here in a minute. Now, first off, we have a small solar panel made by Goal Zero. Comes with 2 battery backups, and this is something that's useful when you're out camping or doing whatever in case you need an emergency backup battery pack. You got the solar charging capability right there. Now all the wrenches that you see here, the extensions, the adapters, the drivers, the gear wrenches, and all these wrenches and sockets all fit in this bag and fit right in here. All right, continuing on with some of the tools we have. All right, back here we have a whole bit set. We got these 2 small drivers, and I use these small drivers a lot. Some of them are offset, and the reason I use those is it's easier to work in tight spaces, and you really don't need a large screwdriver on most things you use on this vehicle anyway. On the other vehicle, I have an actual full-size screwdriver set that goes in there. Next, we have all the different Torx bits and your Allen wrenches, all different sizes. Then we have an adjustable wrench. Then we have 2 different power inverters. We've got a small one for up front for small things, and then I have a 400 watt power inverter for some of the large things, and mainly used when I'm out camping and things like that. But you can use that to help you out in the event of an emergency. So moving over to this side, we have a battery backup, and I recently got this one. I had one before, it got lost, but this is a new one. It's made by Noco. Noco makes great products. This will jumpstart this particular vehicle. You can also charge cell phones off of it. It has a flashlight, so on and so forth. It's a really neat option to have. Just so you know, the larger vehicle you have, a larger battery, you will need a larger battery backup. And that one right there fits this vehicle. Now, moving along to some of the tie-down options I have. I'll carry these 2 particular ratchet straps. We'll get into those in a second. Obviously, some different size bungee cords that I carry there, and also carry smaller ones over here. So the cool thing about these particular ratchet straps is that when you pull them out and you press this button, they automatically retract. Kind of like a tape measure, and then you ratchet them down. So you don't have any excess hanging over the sides to get caught up in anything you're moving. Now granted, these are used for the inside. I use them to hold down the recovery box that you saw earlier, and anything else I may be carrying. Now while we're back here and talking about this, these are 2 other things that I have that are strapped to the roll bar all the time. Obviously a fire extinguisher, everybody should have one. And this right here is basically a IFAK, and in this case it's set up for it to be more of a blowout kit. Geared more towards your heavy bleeding and stuff like that, and that's just in case I come across an accident or end up in an accident myself. I have something that I can take out of there quickly and manage some bleeding for myself or somebody else. So we're going to put all this back real quick, and then we're going to move on to the tailgate. And as I said before, this is how it all packs down. Like I said, all the wrenches, sockets, ratchets, and everything actually fit in here. Then everything else fits nice and neat in this compartment, and then just like that, and it's closed. All right, so what we did was these 2 particular ones right here, part of the Smitty built system for this particular Jeep. We dumped them out, and I put the contents over here. Now this particular one, I normally just kind of leave open, maybe some extra rags and spare bungee cords and stuff like that, so there's nothing really fancy that comes out of that one. So the things I have in this particular one, and right here I actually have a radio pouch, and you'll see that in a second. First, I have an air down kit. Now this is just a standard one off of Amazon, not very expensive. Do a lot of off-roading, so there's times I need to air down. Too easy, right? Simple air down kit fits in here and goes in this pouch. In that pouch I also have a small impact with an extra battery to go with it, and it's always charged. Now granted, it's not the strongest impact in the world, but it works really well, and I can't change the tires with it. I also have a good set of gloves right here. I chose green, that way I can always find them, especially if it's dark outside. Back here in the back, we have a ton, and I mean a ton of different kind of zip ties in different colors. You never go wrong with zip ties. I also have right here a couple links of, and I talked about this in another video, survivor cord, right? Titan survival cord. And it has multiple uses or whatnot. Check out the other video and you can learn about that. Just carry a standard Schrade folding knife as a backup. I have one on me, have several in my bag. There's one up front in the vehicle, but that's just the extra one I carry back there just in case. And then next I have a couple of small radios. And I do carry an extra antenna, right? That way, in case I want to use it for something else, I can. So yeah, now all that stuff came out of this bag, with the exception of one of the radios. One of the radios goes in my bug out bag, or my get home bag. So, but yeah, I carry one in the truck at all times. Also, while we're on it back here, two of the other things I carry in the truck all the time are always baby wipes and a gallon of water. Can't go wrong with that. So, let's check out the rest of the stuff. Now let's talk recovery gear. We talked earlier about this container I kept in the back. Here's the lid for it right here that I keep all my recovery gear in. This goes with the vehicle everywhere. Excuse me. So, what do we have in there? First and foremost, we have the wireless controller. It does have a wire that you can connect if you need to for the winch. It's a 10,000 pound winch on the front. That's really good. It's a Smitty built. Next, I have a really decent compressor. Yeah, no, it's not an ARB or something like that, but it really works well. I've used it many times. After you air up and things like that, well, or after you air down, you have to air back up, so it airs them up pretty quick. I have 35s on this particular vehicle, and it'll air them up from around 18 psi to 42 psi in about 4 minutes per tire. So not bad for what it is. Here we have a tree strap, so we can save the trees, right? We have soft shackles. If you don't have soft shackles in your recovery gear, you're doing it wrong. These things are amazing. And then we have actually a 30-foot toe strap, recovery strap down here. Works great. So when you're messing around with all this recovery gear, it is a great idea to have a good set of leather gloves. I've had these for a while, and they work wonders. I also have an additional 2 shackles that I can use. So the front of the vehicle already has 2 recovery shackles on it, but I use these for extras in case I need to make a pulley system or put on another vehicle to help get it out or get it unstuck. I have that. And then also on the back, I have another hook, and this one is from Factor 55. It does really well. So there you have it. There's the recovery gear for this vehicle. All right, guys, so there you have it. We went over everything in the kit, kind of down and dirty about the vehicle kit that I carry. If you need more information, check out the podcast on it. Go pretty in depth on some of the things. Just, whatever you need to do to put in there to get you home, put it in there. But whatever you put in there, make sure you know how to use. Stay safe, and remember, you are the last line of defense.